I'm real excited to talk to this guy. We've been friends over the years, and we were able to reconnect recently. He's a very, very funny guy. He has a special out now that we're going to talk about some throughout the hour. Please welcome to the show the very funny John F. O'Donnell. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Ron? Thanks for having me on, man.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
How's everything going where you're at?
I'm good, man. What I say to people, as much as I want to complain, I say, I'm not food insecure and I have access to outdoor space. So I'm good.
Dude, I mean, right now it's like, how much time do you spend like in our contemporary moment? Like how much time do you spend thinking about the future?
Dude, I have like such a mental wellness regimen in place to keep myself from thinking about it so much. It's like I'm pulling out all the stops because I don't know what the future is going to hold. Like predictions I'm trying to make, I can't tell what's going to happen. So it is like, and taking away from comedians that ability, that socially acceptable ability to push out all that energy through stand-up sets. It's like, it's frustrating, but a lot of yoga, a lot of meditating, low inflammation diet, so I'm hanging in.
Do you you mentioned stand up, which yeah, dude, it's like a piece of all of our hearts is just there's a freaking hole, dude.
Like there's no sympathy for it. Nobody's like, oh, you don't get to get up in front of a group of strangers and make them laugh and get endless gratitude and instant gratification for your work right now. Oh yeah, we feel so bad for you. It's like reopening stand-up is like phase Z. You know what I mean?
I know, man. I feel like other performers get it. Musicians get it. I mean, obviously other comics get it, but like, yeah, musicians, artists, poets, they get it. They understand. They're going through the same thing, or at least something similar. I mean, musicians, they arguably have it a little bit easier because they can do like outdoor stuff a little easier. So they're slowly getting back to normal a little bit quicker, but
And there are these outdoor stand-up shows and stuff like that,
That's true.
So when I escaped New York City back in March for Jersey, where my family lives, because I wanted to, ride this out with them and support them and vice versa. So that's what I've been doing. And, I'm strategically figuring out how to get back into New York. I'm just grateful that I have different comedy projects that I can work on, like, podcasts and newsletter and YouTube and stuff, because yeah, I'm just trying to immerse myself in work and just trying to contribute where I can,
Have you done any Zoom shows or anything like that? Have you been doing that stuff?
Early on, I did, but I realized I was like, who is this for? Is this for the audience, or is this like a methadone clinic experience for the comedians?
You don't think people enjoy it?
I think if it's produced well, yes, but some of the ones that I did, there wasn't much audience, and it just felt very kind of like sterile, unless comedians are getting really creative about it, But I mean, it's like the live elements of stand-up is where all that fire is. And I think a lot of it, I appreciate the Zoom shows. I appreciate if they're helping comics. I appreciate if audiences are appreciating it. And I'm going to say appreciating a lot, Ron, but I appreciate.
Yeah, you're nailing it.
I appreciate that audience are supporting that sort of adapted version of the live element. But I think it's tough for a Zoom show to compete with, all this streaming garbage. But maybe I'm being too cynical about it. I don't know. What do you think?
Speaking of streaming garbage, we're going to get into the news here, buddy.
Oh, good.
No. I mean, I think, maybe I'm a little more, like, I don't want to say like pro Zoom shows, because obviously it's not the same thing, but my take is like, is it the same? Of course not. But is it a lot better than nothing at all? I'd say yeah. And I think there's a huge difference between an actual Zoom show when you do take the effort to put it on right, versus just a live stream or something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. That's my take.
Did you just like lay out the Democratic Party's slogan? It's not, it's not good or anything, but it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
The Democrats,
they're gonna take that and run with it. Yeah. They're like, hey, it's not nothing. It's not nothing.
Zoom shows of political parties.
The Zoom show is, the Zoom show is just the lesser evil to nothing. Yeah. Well, and you know what? That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. The Zoom show, it's like, what's worse than not doing stand-up at all? Like, well, pretty much not. That's as bad as it gets. When you're a stand-up and you're doing no stand-up, that's the ultimate worst. So what is slightly better than that? Doing stand-up on Zoom. What would be even more ideal than doing stand-up on Zoom? Doing stand-up to a bunch of people who don't speak English. And then what would be better than even that? Just doing stand-up in a regular setting.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our